Happy friends! It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. I hope that you guys are doing well today. If you guys are popping on, make sure that you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what the weather's like. And if you don't see that little red light up in the corner, whichever side it's on, you're good catching the replay. So make sure you type hashtag replay. Let me know you were here. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Hello, 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 you guys. Wow, I'm just noticing my lips are really dry, you guys. And now I need to wash my hands because I'm going to be touching food. Hello, Miss Christy from the Dashing Willow. Welcome, friends. I'm going to go wash my hands really quick, you guys, because I just like rubbed my hands all over my face. That was horrible, and I'm going to be baking. So give me 1 second. I'm going to wash my hands. All right, you guys, I'm back. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Cecilia. Hello, Susie. And hello, Adelie. I hope that you're doing okay and that you're feeling better. Hello, Lisa. I'm so glad that you guys jumped on. Hello, Peg. All right, you guys. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Hello, Stephanie at Sassy and Chick and All Things Unique. Kevin is right over there. He's watching football. He had to turn it down a little bit. Hello, Jan. Welcome, friend. Hello, Marlene. You're waiting for it to start snowing and watching football. Yeah, I think, right? It just started. The kickoff just happened not too long ago. Kevin's watching it. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Roxanne. Welcome, friends. I'm so glad that you're here. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Amanda. Kevin's asking me if it's too loud, so let me just tell him. No, it's fine. It's not too bad. Oh, it's snowing there. It's snowing in the football game, you guys. Hello, Vonda. All right, you guys. I'm so excited to have you guys join me in my kitchen. You might have to bear with me as I manipulate the camera. It's a different place for me, a different angle. I had to move it from my regular stand holder to the higher one, and so we might have to play with that a little bit. All right, you guys. I'm so excited that you're here in my kitchen. We're going to bake some snickerdoodles. And while that's baking, we're going to prep some fabric, to bake some fabric. And we're going to do just the ribbon portion of it, you guys. I'm not going to do big portions of it. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Let me show you guys what I did. Hello, Carolyn. The same thing. The football is watching. Oh, he's watching football and you're watching me. I'm so happy. Hello, Betty. I see you sneaking in. Okay, you guys, look it. I made you guys a video. So many of you guys were asking about how to do the printables. So look at this. I printed this earlier. I have the video ready to go. So when we're done here, give me about 5-10 minutes and I'll get that posted, and then you guys can go check that out. For those that are really wanting to know how to do this, I broke it down super easy for you guys, okay? Oh, thank you, Carol. I appreciate you saying that. Yes. I work double time. I work my full-time job and I do this. Hello, Donna. Welcome. Does he get paid in snickerdoodles? Yes, Stephanie. Oh, I have to tell you guys something super funny before we get started. So I was missing a couple ingredients. He works 4 hours away and he left this morning for the week. Oh, Susie, I'm sorry that you're going to be alone, but you know, quiet time in the house might be nice once in a while. Hello, Sue. You guys, I sent him to the store. And one of the things on the list was shortening. And I'm trying to explain. I have to be very detailed with Kevin. And I'm trying to tell him what shortening is. And he says, what is it? Is it short? I was dying, you guys. I was cracking up. I almost peed my pants because he was serious. I have to be very detailed. I had to pull a picture up to show him what it looked like so he knew what to get. I send him on missions all the time in the store. He says he was joking. I don't believe him. He can hear me. And my ex-husband, I have to tell you about my ex-husband. One time I sent him to the store for cream of tartar. And he went up to the people in the store and he says, my wife sent me to the store and I'm looking for cream of tartar. Where can I find cream of tartar? So it's a joke around here, cream of tartar. Yes, he is very literal, Carol, very literal. Okay, you guys, so I had a good laugh this morning. Anyway, let's get started. I have my recipe here and I will share it with you guys. My basic recipe that I got, it's called Mrs. Zig's Snickerdoodles, and I got it online from allrecipes.com. However, I tweak it. All right, this is my very old recipe. It is very well loved and used, and you can see I have it in a plastic cover, but anyway, my basic recipe is her recipe. I will share it. Again, it's Mrs. Zig's, S-I-Z-Z-S, Snickerdoodles, allrecipes.com. And I tweak it a little bit. I do not use the vanilla because we're going to use vanilla pudding, and I reduce the amount of sugar. And I will definitely share you guys what I use and how to do it, okay? Yes, Stephanie, I think him and your Brian would get along great. All right, you guys. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our butter inside of our mixer. Now, it calls for softened butter. You guys have to know when it calls for softened butter, that just means room temperature. Don't leave it out super long. Don't microwave it because it changes the molecules in it and it will change the way your cookies bake. So softened butter, just leave it out at room temperature. All right? I'm going to turn you guys down to the mixer so you guys can see the mixer. I will try to watch questions and get a little cockeyed to see if you guys have questions. All right, let's get this. Let me put this in the mixer first. I hope that you guys are doing well. Is anybody else watching football? If you're not watching football, what are you guys doing?
Women in the South and places like that love football.
Kevin is talking in the background and he says women in the South and places like that women love football. So let me know which one of you guys love football and which one of you guys are just sitting on the couch next to your husband not really watching football. All right, here we go. Down we go, you guys. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see in there all right. All right, next up is, let me see, I haven't made this in a long time, so I have to kind of look at my recipe. Butter and sugar. So it calls for 1.5 cups of sugar, you guys. I use a half a cup of sugar and 1 package of vanilla, or 1 package of pudding. Let's see, where's my sugar at? All right, we're gonna pour the sugar in. Regular sugar. You have the house to yourself, and Brian is at the store with the kids. Oh my gosh. You hate football, but you love basketball. You're definitely not. You're a Facebook fan. Crafting and no football. Homemade chicken noodle soup. Oh, Sue, that sounds marvelous. Okay, 1/2 cup of sugar, you guys. And then we're going to put in the eggs. It calls for 2 eggs. Hello, Chris. Welcome. How did that not crack? Wow, this egg is fighting me. I hope we don't end up with little pieces because it didn't want to crack. I've never seen an egg so sturdy before. Susie is not a football fan. All right, my friend Susie. I'm not either. If we go watch football, it's because I go for the food, you guys. All right. Drop the whole thing in there. Okay, 2 eggs. We got our eggs and our sugar, and we're going to blend that. All right, you guys? We're going to turn on the mixer. If I can get the attachment on. Sometimes it fights me. There we go. All right. Hello, Yvonne. Donna, you're actually getting ready to attempt a printable bunny. Oh, Donna. Okay, well, if you want to wait, friend, I'm going to post the video on how to as soon as we're done here. All right, you guys, I'm gonna turn it up a little higher because that butter's gotta break apart a little bit. Your Peg is watching me and restoring a rental property that your tenant just moved out of. Oh gosh, that sounds like a lot of work. Faith says her team played yesterday and you were definitely watching. Who were you rooting for yesterday, Faith? All right, we got our butter, our sugar, and our eggs. I'm doing well, Chris. How are you, friend? Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay, now we're gonna add the flour. You guys, sometimes it says to add gradually, sometimes it doesn't. I usually just pour it all in. Okay, there might be a reason. If there is, I haven't discovered it. So this recipe calls for 2 3/4 cup of flour. Then we're gonna also put in 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, as my ex-husband called it. 2 teaspoons. Let me get the teaspoon. And it also calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now I've shared this with you guys the last time. It's very important that your baking soda and your cream of tartar are fresh. That's going to help with your cookies being getting the right plumpness that they need. And I spilled a little. Okay, so whoops, I only did 1. Just got busy talking and I almost messed up my cookies by not putting enough. All right, 2 of cream of tartar. So I printed something different for us, Peg, to make, but that's okay. All right, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Again, make sure that you have a fresh baking soda and fresh cream of tartar. All right, now we're just gonna put this in. Oh, I forgot the shortening. Ah! We'll put it in afterwards, I guess, you guys. I didn't prep the shortening. Sue's getting ready to watch football with the family and you're not a true football watcher. It's about the party. Awesome. Kansas City Chiefs, Faith. Okay, yeah, that's where my ex-husband is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So is my daughter because of her dad. All right, because I forgot to add the shortening, it's a little dry. So there's our good old shortening that the husband wasn't 100% sure what he was getting. This takes a 1/2 cup of shortening, you guys. If I can get it to open. This is the only thing that I didn't prep this really, you guys. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's in there. Okay. A 1/2 cup of shortening. I should have done this with the butter, but you know, sometimes you mess things up a little bit. That's all right. My oven is already preheated, you guys, to 400 degrees. All right. Let's mix that up. And then once we get all this mixed, we'll put the pudding in. Let's see. Diana, you're brave. You have a HP laptop color inkjet. Yes, that's exactly what I have. You're not gonna mess it up, girl. I promise. If you follow the directions I give you, you won't mess it up. Oh, your mixer sounds beautiful, Roxanne. Okay, you guys, it's nice and mixed. We're gonna go ahead and add the pudding. That's my secret ingredient. Okay. All right. Chrissy, you're a Chiefs fan. Well, of course you're a Chiefs fan. You're a Missouri girl. You're close. Okay, you guys. Next up, we're just gonna use 1 package of vanilla pudding. It needs to be the instant pudding, you guys. All right. And just like before. Just like before, you have to make sure that you don't over mix it because it will stiffen. So this is the last thing that you want to put in. Let me just make sure I got all my ingredients before I do that. Yes. Now I don't put the vanilla in, you guys, because the pudding is already flavored. You can add it if you choose. Have I tried Costco sticks? Yes, I do, but I don't use it a lot, so I didn't want him to get that. I'm sorry, Donna. Now you're gonna have to make some cookies, girl. I wanted cookies yesterday, so I decided that we would do a live today. And some of the girls were making fun of me, saying that they couldn't believe I would wait a whole day. All right, so, whoops. You want to do that on low. And again, you don't want to overmix that. Now we're going to try to get this off without making a huge mess. And there is a little bit on the bottom, so I'm going to use a spoon and stir that last bit so that I'm not using the mixer and I don't overmix it. Okay. My spatula is not that sturdy, so the spatula might not work. We'll use a spoon. We just want to make sure we get all of that mixed, but using the mixer to do it all will over mix it. All right, you guys, that is it. Now, this is one of those ones that you need to kind of roll with your hands or use the scooper like I've done, okay? Yes, Anna, they're going to be yummy, you guys. All right, you guys know I told you I'm a dump and a pour kind of girl, so snickerdoodles require you to dip it in cinnamon and sugar. I've just dumped some sugar and some cinnamon. We'll mix it and I go by look. I like to have a lot of cinnamon, you guys. So we'll mix this. I hope that you guys can see this all right. Let's see. Can you guys see this all right? And so for me, it's pretty brown. But I think I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon because I like a lot of cinnamon on mine. I don't know if you guys can see that okay. Let's see here. Let's go this end. There. Okay. Because the cinnamon, in my mind, is what makes a snickerdoodle. So we'll just dump again. And you guys couldn't see that at all, I think. But I just dumped in a little bit more cinnamon. My goodness, the angle is just not right, you guys. There we go. So we'll just stir that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little, whoops, hold on, I dropped my printable. We're going to use the little cookie scoop. And we're going to roll, scoop some balls. Let's see. This camera's really hard, you guys. Okay. Woo. We're just going to scoop it and we're going to kind of roll it really quick. Just like that. Woo. Okay, and then we're just going to drop it in the cinnamon. Like so. And we'll put quite a few in there. And I think I'm going to have to back this up a little bit, you guys, because you guys can't see very well. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Can you guys see now? Okay. All right, so we're just gonna bake. We're just gonna do a few. I'll put them in my bowl, and I'm not looking for perfection, you guys. I just kind of roll it until it gets kind of a round shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Anybody like snickerdoodles? I saw a couple people earlier. And I like to use the little scooper. Ooh, I'm making a mess on the floor. I like to use the scooper instead of my hand because, well, it just is easier. Now I'm just going to sprinkle the cinnamon on my cookies like so, you guys. And when you set it in here like this, it really picks up the cinnamon a lot. Your husband loves them. You guys love them. Yeah, I think snickerdoodles are really good. And I won't lie, I think this is a really good recipe, you guys. Just happen to have snickerdoodles on hand and now you're indulging. Awesome, Carol. Awesome. Did you make them or did you make them from scratch or did you buy some somewhere? All right. Yeah, it does smell so wonderful. Diana. Okay, so I'm just gonna do enough to make one quick little batch in the oven, you guys, so that we can show you how to do the fabric, because that's really, yes, they do look like donut holes. They will go down. All right, this is boring, so the main thing I want is for you guys to be able to see the fabric baking. Are your favorite? Oh, Kevin's on, you guys. Kevin's on. All right. Let's go over here to the stove. Let me try to move you guys. All right. Let's see if we can do this. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm not gonna do a full pan full because the point is to kind of show you how to bake them. The most important thing was I want to show you guys how to do the fabric baking. The cookies are just a bonus. And I'll finish the cookies later. Your mom used to make them for scratch at Christmas and have a bunch. Yes, Carol, that's exactly what I do. I like to freeze it. All right, you guys, so we're going to put this in the oven. Hold on one second. It goes in the oven at 400 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. All right. I'm just going to put this in the oven. We'll turn this on and then let's do some fabric. All right. Now you guys are going to have to look at the mess of... You'll have to look at the mess over there, the baking mess. Okay, awesome. Hello, Brandy Blue. You're gonna have to come and get some cookies, girl. Brandy, Miss Blue is one of my teacher friends, you guys. You're drying oranges in the oven. Awesome. That sounds amazing, Carol. I know a sick friend that would love one. Oh gosh, you're still sick. Okay, you guys, let's do some fabric. Hello, Trish. I'm going to show you guys how I do my dump and pour for the vanilla water mixture, okay? Hello, Home Sweet Create. One of your faves, snickerdoodles. Okay, you guys, I know I told you I just dump and pour. You've been sick for a long time. I'm so sorry. Hello, Marin. No, not Marin. Marion. Sorry, Marion. Okay, let's show you my vanilla. You guys, this is the vanilla that I've been talking about. This is the vanilla that I got at Sam's Club, okay? I haven't checked in a little while because I'm not gonna lie, I made Kevin buy me about 4 bottles when I first saw it. So I haven't checked to see if they still have it or not. Hello, Miss Shelley. Happy Sunday. Welcome. All right, so you guys, here's my little bowl. I'm just gonna dump. And we can probably go back and measure to see how much this is, but this is about what I would put in there, maybe just a hair more. So we can let's get a measuring cup and let's see how much it is. All right, so there you go, you guys. This is a 1 cup 1 cup. So it's, you can see it's not quite a full cup, and it's probably not quite, it's a little bit more than 3/4 cup. All right. Now the tricky part is going to be, I guess we can go backwards and find out. I just put water in it, you guys. It is some good vanilla. You're trying to take a zipper out of a coat and put, oh my gosh, Vonda, that sounds, I would not want to do that. You guys, I am so close to this camera. Okay. Hello, Barbara from Maine. Welcome. And my lips are dry, and I just want to touch them again. Hello, Brianna. But I'm cooking, so I'm not going to. All right, I'm going to turn you guys to the sink really quick so you guys can see me putting the water in, and then we'll measure to see how much, okay? All right. Let's see. Okay, oh. Our sink is really sticky. Hopefully you guys can see. All right, there we go. Let's see. I don't think you guys can really see how much I'm putting in. All right, there's what we have. Let's measure to see how much this is. So you guys, we had about 1 cup. 1 cup before of vanilla. And now total we have about 2 cups, give or take. So it's equal parts. That's about what I would do. Equal parts vanilla and water. All right? Equal parts. 1 cup vanilla, 1 cup water. And you might want to put even just a little bit more vanilla. Now, let me get the fabric. I have most of it torn. And I'm going to show you some dark versus some light, okay? I might have some dark fabrics and some light fabrics. And I use the vanilla water mixture only on the lighter fabrics.
I see Roxy down there.
Your blue fabric dye got all over your muslin. Oh my gosh. Trish, I'm so sorry that happened. That's interesting. Well, now you have some blue muslin. Thank you. You're a measuring fool when you cook. Yeah, I'm just a dump and a poor girl. Okay, let's see. These are already done. I wanted to show, some of you guys don't know how to actually do the tearing. So I will show you. This one I've already notched, okay? And we're just gonna tear it. Just like that, you guys. All right, whoops, I already put it in. And did I do another one? I thought I had another one that I didn't tear. I guess I didn't. All right, so we have some light fabrics and some dark fabrics, and I have some drop cloth. So the light fabrics we're going to put in the vanilla and water, and the dark fabric and the muslin we're going to put in a coffee mixture. And I have a little bit of lace. I've never done this one, so we'll see how this one turns out. Thank you, Trisha. I really like the way the fabric is too. It's super pretty. You guys, you can see how light it is. And if I was to do this in coffee, it would come out really, really dark. Do I put coffee in it? Teresa, no. This one is only vanilla and water. Only vanilla and water in this one, okay? The other one is coffee and water. All right, so we're just gonna dunk this in just like this. Okay, let me see at the time I have. I have 2 minutes before my timer goes off. Now, this is not to get it really dark. It's just to give it a little bit of a tingy, you know, vintagey look. Okay, where did I get the pinks? Trish, I got them at Hobby Lobby. Okay, you guys see, look it. See how it changed it now? It's just a little bit darker, but it's not super dark, because if you put this in coffee, it's going to get really dark. Yes, Roxy's cleaning the floor. Did you see her down there? I think I dropped some, I definitely know I dropped some flour. All right, so that's it for that. That's all we're going to do with that. Dip it in there, and it's going to get a little bit of darkness. I might put this lace in. I want it to get a little bit because it's already kind of ivory. So I might let that sit in there just for a moment. But not this, you guys. I don't want this to get darker. All right, so let me get my pan. I'll show you how to put it on the pan in a moment. I think this is going to be good. All right. Let me set that right there for now. Let me move this out of the way. Now, you guys, this is my coffee mixture. This is coffee only, okay? Instant coffee and water. Oh, you're so welcome, Trish. Do I save the mixture for another time? Absolutely, Lisa. I use it so often, I'm not gonna lie, I don't refrigerate it because I use it a lot. But I would recommend refrigerating it. This one I do because I usually make this whole pot. And then if I get a pan, I will pour it in a pan if I have big pieces. But today we're just doing the ribbon, okay? Let me check the cookies really quick, you guys. Let's see. Let's look at the cookies. Woo, we almost lost the camera. All right, let's check the cookies. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Look at those, you guys. Look at how nice and plump those are. So you can actually probably make them bigger if you wanted, but oh my gosh, they're smell so yummy. I'm sorry you can't smell them, Carol. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I'm going to set these down, and then I'm also going to turn the oven down now to 350, you guys, to bake the ribbons. All right, so now we have our, let me turn you back. Okay, now we have our lighter colored fabrics soaked in our water and vanilla mixture. Now let's do some darker ones that we might be using to go with our printable that I have upside down. Okay, there's our printable that we did. So I'm thinking that these colors might go well. But this one, you guys, needs to have coffee to get it a little bit of darker deepness. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate it. Thank you, Peg. Oh, Christy, thank you so much. This one is probably not going to pick up a lot of the coffee, but it will pick up enough to give it some brown goodness, okay? Then we also have drop cloth that we're going to also stick in here. Now, this coffee is really harsh on my hands, so I'm going to put some gloves on. I like to use latex gloves when I do this, you guys, because it is really, coffee is very acidic and it is very harsh on my hands and my nails. And so I just put gloves on. Hello, Patricia. Welcome, my friend. All right, don't mind the mess back there, you guys. Those that are coming on, we did some baking. We made the cookies, and that's just kind of the mess that's left over. All right, I'm just going to push it down in there and get it nice and wet. And then we'll wring it out. We'll make sure that all of the areas are covered. So look at how that drop cloth just picked up that color super easily. This does not. So this we're going to stick in there just for a little bit and hope that it will pick up a little bit more. Oh, Stephanie, well, you're going to be addicted. Okay, you will be addicted. Once you try it, you're not going to go back. So there's two ways. Let me turn this over. Let me turn this up here, you guys. There's two ways that I do fabric. I will bake an entire piece of fabric to make my projects with, such as the printable. This piece that I did was ginormous. It was probably, I don't know, 2 feet by maybe 2 feet, and I soak that. I use a bigger pot when I do that, and then I will bake that whole thing in the oven. Today we're just doing pieces that are stripped already to make ribbons, because tearing it after it's stained is one way, but then when you tear it and bake it after into strips, you get the edges get a little bit different, and so there's just a difference. When you're done, can you smell the vanilla again? Absolutely. The vanilla is not as strong as the coffee, but you definitely can. What type of printer do I have? Ruth, I have an HP printer. I'm happy to share the information. You do not need the printer that I have. You can use any cheap printer. I have a little bit, the one that I got was about $80 on Amazon, and it has a scanner, I think fax machine also, and I just have that because I need that for work. So any cheaper printer will work. However, if you would like to know what I have, I'm happy to share that. Okay. Can I show the vanilla again? Absolutely. This is the vanilla. It came from Sam's Club, you guys. And it was like, I think when we first bought the first bottle, it was under $5. When we went back a few weeks later, it was flying off the shelves and it went up $1. So it's like $6, $5.98, $5.96, something like that. You've used French vanilla creamer to add an amazing scent. Oh, that's a fabulous idea, Anna. All right, let's see. Can you guys see the pan? So I will just take this, you guys, and I will kind of loosely place them out on the pan so that all of those little edges get nice and toasty, like so. Okay, and there's one little tiny wad because this one's really little. We'll put this in the oven. Now let's get this one here, okay? And probably this particular one might even require soaking a little bit longer because it's dark and it doesn't grab the coffee as well as some of the other colors. But it will help give it that brown goodness that we want, okay? You're so welcome. Debbie, you ordered the vanilla from Sam's yesterday. It was about $5.50. Awesome. Okay. All right, so you guys, we're just going to put this in the oven just like this. All right? I have my oven turned to 350, and I'm going to go put that in there right now, then I'll come back and answer questions. So we're just going to put it right inside the oven. Just like that, okay? All right. Lisa, you found baby blankets that are easy to coffee stain and rip. Ooh, awesome. That sounds fabulous. Pauline, I think you can print on fabric, only on an ink. Oh, no, girlfriend. I've done laser also. Absolutely. I've done laser. I have both. I have an inkjet and I have a laser. My laser is not color. My laser is not color. So I only do my laser if I need black and white. And the key thing is that, and I forgot to tell you guys in the video, is that after I print, I will spray it with a matte sealer so that it doesn't bleed or it doesn't smear. You've made this so hard on yourself. Oh yeah, don't lay it flat, Donna. Don't lay it flat. Rumple it. The more the rumples, the better. It gives it nice wrinkle. You want it to be rumply. Plus, you're going to get nice, deep, dark brown goodness throughout your fabric. And then I'll actually, so if I'm doing big pieces of fabric, I'll then open the oven up after a few minutes. I'll take that piece of fabric and I'll manipulate it around and turn it so that it gets more brown goodness somewhere else. Oh, okay, Judy, no worries. When I do the whole drop pot, do I fold it on it? No, Lisa, when I do a large piece, I put it right in the rack. I don't put it on a pan. You're so welcome, Donna. Hello, Done By Me. All right, so we're just gonna leave it in there for a little bit, and then we'll go in and I'll turn it around so that some of that, the pieces that are on the bottom will then be closer to the heat elements and get that nice toasty goodness as well. All right, anybody have any questions? Show me some hearts, you guys. Get this out there. Let Facebook find me, and they like the hearts. Hello, remember bear me. Oh my gosh, tell me your first name, sweetie pie. Thank you, Lisa. You're very welcome, Jeannie. Okay, you guys, let me just tell you again. Let me show you the printable. So if, yes, Shelly, I want those marks. That's what makes it yummy goodness. That's what makes it, as Miss Anna calls it, smelly cute. You want those deep, dark spots on it. You're so welcome, Rhonda. Okay, let me show you. You've never knew how to do this. It's so easy. Once you do it, you're not gonna turn back. You guys, don't be afraid. You're not gonna burn the house down. Just make sure that you stay close by, or at least know that you need to go back within a few minutes. Okay. You've cooked fabric twice. The last time a few got burn marks on it. Yes, Teresa, the burn marks make it actually really good. You have to be careful though with the drop cloth not to get it too burnt, because when you go to tear it, if it gets too dark and too crispy, it's gonna rip. Smelly cute. Yes, you're very welcome, Lynn. Oh, Kimberly, I hope that you do try it. It's just, it's gonna make your house smell good too. My husband always says, "What's that smell?" But it smells good, and then when you close your craft room door after you have all this baking, it smells fabulous in your craft room. Trisha, you don't get the brown spots. Okay, so make sure it's rumpled. Okay, so where it's rumpled is where those brown spots are going to show. And then make sure that you, after a few minutes, that you go back and you rumple it again in a different direction. You're so welcome, Donna. This is interesting. First time watcher from Hand Painted Slate Slot and Saws. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Welcome, my friend. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you will give this a try. No, Shelly, you didn't do it wrong. Oh, Amber, thank you for telling me your name. I'm sorry, you might have to remind me if you come back in, because there's so many of our friends on business pages and it's so hard to remember everybody. But please make sure you share your name. I want to address you by name. Good, Lisa. I hope that you do try it. All right, let's check it, you guys. So look at that. So you guys can probably see the steam coming off, okay? But I don't know if you can see. Can you see like some of that brown yummy goodness on that? And even this one has some too. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but we're just gonna take it. Oops. We're just gonna take it and turn it. Okay. Keep it all kind of rumply. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys probably didn't get to see, but I just turned all of it. We're just gonna put it back in the oven. All right. Let's see. Oh yes, Jeannie, my shirt did come from my video, and I have more on the way, you guys. I'm super excited. There's some more coming. Thank you, Peg. I appreciate your kind comments. Diane, you're watching from Arizona. Welcome. Did I make the apron? No, somebody else made this apron for me. One of my neighbors where we used to live, when we left to move to Tennessee, made it for me as a going away gift. And it's beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Terry. Do I add cinnamon to my coffee and or vanilla? Okay, Lori, that's a great question. I do add cinnamon and vanilla to my coffee grunge mix, which is different than my coffee staining mix, okay? There's two different ones that I use. So when I am staining something downstairs, like at Christmas, I used a lot of grunge to do my my Sherpa, to give like that dirty look to snow and stuff like that. Or if I'm doing drop cloth right then and there and I want to use it to show you guys, it gives it a different look and a different texture by adding that vanilla and the cinnamon. When I'm baking it, I don't add the vanilla and cinnamon. Other people might do it differently. That's just what I do. And I do agree, it does get a little slimy. If you keep it in the refrigerator, it might help with that, okay? And then just stir it before you use it. Show how I do Mod Podge with fabric. Oh yeah, I should have to do that I can do that later. Actually, I think Christy's going to do a video on that. Christy over at Dashing Willow. Thank you, Trish. Kathy Williams just found me. Am I related to Cowgirls and Spurs? I am not, Kathy. I am not. I don't know who that is. I definitely would go check out her page. You're very welcome, Lori. All right, you guys, we're going to check that in a minute. Please, if you have any more questions, ask away. Yes, Trish. Christy, are you still here? Christy over at the Dashing Willow. The girls want to see how you do the, oh, Kimberly, it's okay, friend. The girls want to see how you do the Mod Podge on the fabric. She wanted to show you the Mod Podge, I believe, and painting. So she bakes, she stains and she bakes, and then she paints and bakes again. And I know she wanted to show you guys how to do that. So make sure you watch for her to post on that. The cinnamon does fall off after baking, Becca, which is why I don't bother doing it. The only time that it is good is, you know what we can do? Let's show you. I have a bunch of scrap here. Yes, Christy, the girls want to see your baking with the painting also and Mod Podge. So make sure you go and do a video for them. You guys, I have some paper here. Let's do some paper while we're doing this because the paper doesn't take that long. All right? I have some, let me get a bigger piece. I have some scrap pieces here. So here's just a piece of scrap piece of paper that we have. We'll put it in the coffee and then I'll show you how I bake that. You're switching to another live video of the printable. Roxanne, I'm not going to do a live of the printable. I've made a video that I will post for you guys to watch, okay? Let me see what else I missed. Esther is new from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome, Esther. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope that you give it a try. Okay, you guys, let's do this. Let me show you how to, first let me check the fabric before we get too far, okay? Let's go back and check the fabric. You've never tried this and you're so excited to learn. I'm so excited for you, Donna. Okay. Okay, you guys, look at this brown goodness on this. Look at that brown goodness. Okay? And even this one is getting brown goodness too. All right. And the pink, I don't know, can you, oh, look at the brown, look at that. Look at that brown goodness on there. Okay? The pink is drying faster, so we're going to spread these others out a little bit more. Spread these out. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm just spreading them out more so that the rest of them will get some brown goodness also. All right, so let's put it back in the oven. And then we'll do some paper. So I just have some paper. We're just going to rumple it up, you guys, okay? It looks yummy good, Peg. That's right, yummy good. All right, so we're just going to rumple it up, kind of break down those fibers a little bit so that the coffee will kind of absorb into there. All right, one more time, and then we'll dunk it in our coffee. All right, I'm going to take you guys back to the coffee container. Don't want to lose my camera. We're just going to dump it in. And then you're just going to wring it out. Okay. And look at, there's our paper. Look at all that, all the wrinkles and where all that coffee is getting in there. And I have to make sure not to drip it on my floor. We kind of need my pan. But we're just going to set it on the counter for now, okay? This is not ideal. I wouldn't normally do this, but because my pan is in the oven, you definitely want to make sure that you do paper on a pan, you guys, all right? Now I have to dry my hands off because we got to get inside the instant coffee. Did I put my towel? All right, now we're just going to take instant coffee. Many of you guys can get instant coffee at the dollar store. I cannot. Mine doesn't have it. So I get mine at Walmart. And when they have it, I buy several bottles because it sells fast. Where do you find brown paper? Donna, it's just like shipping paper. I got a big roll at Target. This is what I have. Okay, just comes in the shipping section. You can also I know that there are some people that will use like the vanilla envelopes from Dollar Tree, and I think that Dollar Tree actually sells the paper as well. It's just not as sturdy. It still works just as well. Okay. Yeah, see, the girls are saying you can get it at Dollar Tree. All right, so now we're just going to take our instant coffee. If I can get my hand in here, and I'm going to take, hopefully you guys can see, and we're just going to kind of crumple it between our fingers. Let's see if you guys can get down there better. Okay, and we're just going to just like that, you guys, and you're just going to kind of just get it all over, and then it's going to start to kind of crystallize. You can get your fingers wet again. What I usually use, what I don't have up here because I wasn't thinking about it, is I have a little fine mist bottle for water that I will usually just spray in here. So now I'm just getting my fingers wet and drizzling water over that. And let me see if I can get the camera closer to show you what that looks like. Okay, let me just check the fabric. All right, let me try to get the camera closer to show you guys what that looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Look at that yummy goodness right there. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? All right. That easy. Paper at the bottom of the shipping envelope, yes. You're learning so much from, oh, thank you, Susie. You're so welcome. You're very welcome. Let's see, did I miss anything else? Teresa, thank you for sharing that information about the shipping envelopes. Yes. Okay, so you guys, so we're just going to put this in the oven and it's going to come out fabulous. We'll go ahead and pull the ribbon out so that we can show this. When I do fabric, do I rinse it after? No, no, no. You want that coffee to be in there, Monica. Leave the coffee in there, okay? All right, let's get our fabric out. What did I do with mine? All right, and you guys, I mean, just look at how those ends are just different than when it was before. Now this one is still a little wet, and I could probably stand to leave it in the oven. And we might be able to when we put the paper on, but this is done. This got some yummy goodness. Not a whole lot. It's a different lace. I didn't have any of the Dollar Tree one that normally comes out much better. And you can just see how it changed the color of our fabric, okay? Took that really bright, I wouldn't even say bright because it wasn't bright, but look at this yummy goodness, how crunchy and curly that is. And our drop cloth. The drop cloth is not quite dry, and it really, to be honest, you guys, I probably will put it back in the oven and let it cook a little bit more. Let's get our paper on here first and see if we can squeeze it on the same pan. How hot is that? All right, I have to lift this up and move it over to the pan, you guys. And it is a hot mess on the counter. All right, so there we go. We just have it on the pan. Look at all of that yummy, dark goodness. Okay, we'll put it in the oven. We're just gonna stick it right in the oven just like this. Now, paper is going to go much faster than fabric. Much faster. Let me just wipe my counter so I don't get coffee all over myself. Okay. Do not walk away from your paper. Okay. Pauline, my oven is at 350. I'm probably one of the very few and very rare that like to keep it that high. I get impatient. I like it to go quick because I won't lie, I'm usually on the go. I'm usually flying from work to prepping to go live for you guys in less than an hour, and so I like it hot. And normally I usually have an entire oven full. So 350 is what really works because you need it to be hot when you have that much in the oven. Yes, definitely. You just need to watch it and be careful. A lot of people, yes, or on the back of my jacket. A lot of people will keep theirs at 250 to 300. Okay. Anna over at J&A Wood Crafts and Anna does her at 350 also. 300 is the lowest that your oven goes. Yeah, and you check it often. We talk about the material being grungy and yummy. I love it. Yes, it makes, you know, your project, especially if you're wanting that vintagey or that primitive look, it just really makes a huge difference when you have your fabric baked, you guys. All right, so let's just do a quick check. I know it hasn't been in there long, but it doesn't take long for the paper. See, it's already almost done. And the only reason that it is not done, you guys, I mean, look how fast that was. The only reason that it's probably not done is because instead of having my fine mister, I had to do dribbles of water. And so there's some wet spots, but look at that. Okay, and that will dry. It will dry on its own. But you guys, this makes amazing tags when you want to do tags. So you can just, you can cut it, you can tear it, you can put a little piece of drop cloth or fabric over the top of it and stamp it. If you get yourself one of those tools, it's called a crocodile. You can put a metal grommet like that you have on clothing and make a tag out of it. Trish, yours is 1.5 to 2 yards. Can't, oh, Rodeo Rose, you have to be on your personal account. That's the only way you can do it. It won't let you send business to business. I don't know why. Anyway, you guys, look at that yummy goodness. Okay, this is pretty much dry, and this would be done. And those little spots where it's kind of shiny might end up staying a little shiny because of the instant coffee. All right, let's set this down. All right, I'm missing some things because, thank you, you guys. You're so welcome. Baking cooked fabric with a touch of paper. Yes, yes. Grunge is the new favorite thing, right? You were saying it doesn't fully dry. Oh, Trish, it's okay that it doesn't dry. Just take it out and let it air dry the rest of the way. When you have a full oven, it may not dry all the way. That's okay. That's kind of what happens with me, and I'll take the fabric out and I'll lay it out and let it dry, and it finishes up. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed it. Now, one last thing I just want to talk to you, unless you guys have more questions, don't forget, in about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to post the video for those that want to know how to do the printing, okay? This is the printable that I did. It doesn't, right here for me, it doesn't look like it's showing that well because I have a window literally right there. I broke it down step by step. It's very basic for some of those that were asking for it. If you have some computer skills, some of it might be a little minute for you, but some people were actually asking, how do I even get the picture to print from Pinterest? So I broke it all the way down for you guys, okay? All the way down. Let's see. Yeah, Denny's right. Definitely Denny is correct. Trish, don't put it on a cooking sheet if you have that much fabric. Put it right on the rack. You've been hanging it in your craft room. Yeah, I spread it out on my kitchen island. Or I have a garment rack that we put our laundry on. I just kind of hang it over that. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is so kind of you to say, Devery. You're so welcome, you guys. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I enjoy helping. I enjoy teaching. I love being here with you guys. I love to engage with you guys. Yes, definitely put it right in the rack. Another thing, Trish, too, is don't put foil in the bottom of the oven. That's going to affect the temperature in your oven. So even though your oven thinks it's at 350, if you have foil in the bottom of the oven, it drastically affects the oven in cooking, especially when you're doing those over there. Okay, it will make a huge difference. Will you at some point show a video of how to print on Donna, in 5 minutes, I'm going to post a picture, a video on that in 5 minutes. So come back in 5 minutes when we end. I will post it, okay? It might even be less because it's ready to go. Yes, Sheila, it is wonderful to help others. It just warms my heart. It really does. You're so welcome, Shelly. Okay. Okay. Lisa puts hers in foil. Okay. You know what? She probably, Denny, I think when she does the ribbons, that she's doing her ribbons in foil, but when you're doing a giant, and she's using it as a pan. She's using hers, the foil as a pan as opposed to a cookie sheet. Totally fine with that. But when you're doing large pieces of fabric, you don't want the foil at the bottom of the oven. You're so welcome, Donna. I can't wait to see what you do and what you come up with. Hello, Christina. Welcome. Hello, Daryl. You guys, don't forget to go to my page. It's Sharing Sunday. Share a post, share something that you've done, and be a chance to be highlighted on the page and to get some happy meal. I was going to say Happy Meal. One of my wonderful, sweet followers has agreed to be the person that picks somebody that is highlighted. Starting this week, I will highlight a business page, and then we'll also highlight an individual. Only the individuals will be the people that will be eligible for the Happy Meal. Okay, so you have to take your pick. Do you want your business page to be highlighted, or do you want to be able to get Happy Meal? You thought it was her bundles, which have fabric. Yes, Denny. I think it's her her ribbon bundles that she does, and she puts them in on the foil as a cookie sheet. You're so welcome, Anna. You have a question? Can I send you some snickerdoodles? Oh, Roxanne, I love you, girl. Okay, you guys, does anybody have any more questions? If you think of anything, you know, when we're done, you're welcome to message me. I'm happy to answer any questions for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here and spending time with me. Don't forget, I have my live schedule posted on the top of my page. I do go live Monday through Thursday at 6 Central Time and Saturday mornings at 10 with Kevin. And let's see what else. Don't forget to join the Telegram. Get the free Telegram app and then click on my Telegram to make sure that you join my channel to get notifications when I go live, you guys. Let's see here. Thank you for breaking it down. You're so welcome, Dana. You're so welcome. I hope that you go do yours. I know you said you were going to do some baking yourself. All right, you guys. You hope Kevin gets his payment in full. Yes, he will, Stephanie. I'll have to do some more baking of the cookies. I have to finish them, though. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you to do that, friend. All right, you guys. Oh, thank you, Faith. I appreciate you being here. You have a fabulous day. Be sure to watch over for Christy at the Dashing Willow to do her post. She's going to do a live in her kitchen as well, and she's going to show you how to bake and rebake with the painting. That she has a really cool technique with that, which I have not done, and I want to go watch and learn from her. And then make sure to come back to watch the video about the printing on the drop cloth. All right? You guys have a great day, and I appreciate y'all. Bye. Oh my gosh, Deborah, you just got it 5 minutes ago? Holy cow. That's horrible. All right. Bye, guys.